Welcome to Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska. The 1997 Nebraska State High School Football Championships continue, and today it's the Coleridge Bulldogs and the Ansley Warriors in Class D1. An interesting matchup with Ansley coming in at 9-3 on the year. The Coleridge Bulldogs at 10-2. With Adrian Fiala, I'm Bill Dolman. Ansley comes in ranked 10th in the state in the Lincoln Journal-Star. Coleridge is ranked number 9, so it's not exactly like we have a matchup between the favorites all season long. Instead, we've got a couple of teams who have worked their way through the playoffs. And Adrian, sometimes you have good luck at the end of the year, and you've got two teams in Ansley and Coleridge who have apparently have put something together here in the late season.
You bet, Bill. Speaks well for momentum, and again, playing well, as you mentioned, at the end of the year. Coleridge, in their quest for the championship, they beat two of the top-ranked teams in D1. They beat number 1 ranked St. Edward 19-12, and then number 3. Well, they actually beat Rosalie Bancroft before that, 57-32. Bancroft Rosalie rated number 3 in the rankings, and then came on to play St. Edwards. They were ranked number 1 at the time. They beat them 19-12. And Ansley, flip side of that, they beat Amherst, number 6, rated number 6. They beat them 36-6, and then took on Ewing in the quarterfinal game and beat them 48-26. Ewing rated number 7 at the time. So again, you may lose a game early on, which actually Ansley did lose a game to Elm Creek, 37-34, the opening ball game of the year. And then they came on and just ran it from there and really played very, very well through the course of the year, doing a great job. They're led by head coach Dan Moore, and he's looking for a great ball game out of his Warriors here this afternoon. And Coleridge led by head coach Andy White. Well, he thinks it's going to be a game where a mistake or a turnover is going to tell the tale with respect to this ball game. Both teams very evenly matched in his mind, Bill. And so he's looking for that one big play, that turnover, that maybe that pass interception or whatever it may be, the mistake or the turnover that will turn the tide here for one of these ball clubs this afternoon.
The Ansley Warriors will be wearing the black and white uniforms, white jerseys with the black pants, and the Coleridge Bulldogs are in all blue with white helmets and, dare we say it, blue numerals on their jerseys. So that'll be the challenge for us today.
To pick them out. There's, like I said, I'm glad the good Lord made binoculars, Bill, because it's a game like today with those numerals on the light blue background and blue letters that make it difficult to see. But hey, we'll get her done one way or the other here. We're about ready to tee this baby up, get it underway. Speaking of binoculars, there's a youngster that he's ready to go. I think I want to borrow his helmet there.
John Van Zandt of Ansley has the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. 8-man football. The D1 class, the Class D1 state championship is now underway, and the ball is taken by number 10 Nick Puppy of Coleridge, and he will make it to the 16-yard line. Good swarming tackle by the Ansley kickoff coverage. It'll be first down and 10 for the Bulldogs.
And it was the Ansley quarterback that made the stop on the kickoff. That's John Van Zandt. He's a big guy, 6'5", 178 pounds. He's got a long reach, and he was in there to make that initial stop on the kickoff.
The conditions at kickoff, 25 degrees. There is very little wind. It's fairly calm, but there is a lot of fog in Lincoln, and the visibility is down to a quarter mile. All right, here we go. First down and 10, the ball at the 16-yard line. And the quarterback is Andy Honey, and the give is to the tailback, Monty Ferrix. Now check that, number 40, David Naslund. And Naslund has the ball out to the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4.
Second leading tackler on the ball club for Ansley this year, John Ryan on the tackle. He has 147 stops on the year, and he made that tackle to stop the ball carrier for after about a 3 to 4 yard gain.
30 seconds into the D1 state championship. Honey will keep himself going around the outside, and he has no room to run. Great defensive pursuit by the Warriors of Ansley. 32 James Porter was in there on the stop.
He was able to string things out along with Marty Jones over there. Jones coming up from the linebacker spot to put the clips on or put the stops on Honey. Both of these teams predominantly run the football. Not a whole lot in the way of passing. We'll chronicle that in a moment.
Loss of 1, third down and 7. Jay Wimhoff is the other tailback, and Honey wants to throw and threw it into coverage. He had both 2 receivers in the pattern and 4 defenders in the area. It'll be 4th down, and Coleridge will have to punt on their opening possession.
Principally Adam Holland on the coverage in the secondary for Ansley. He was back there, the deep crossing receiver, trying to get open. Kind of a sprint out to the right-hand side, to the left-handed throwing Hottie. Delivered the ball just a little bit too far for anybody to make a grab, and they'll have to kick it away now.
Cody Shepard is back deep to receive for Ansley. As is 22 Adam Holland, and it's a horrible punt off the foot of Monty Ferricks.
Did we see one like that last night?
That's right.
I mean, almost a carbon copy, if not exactly the same result.
That ball sails out of bounds at the 22-yard line.
Going to be about a 7, maybe 8-yard punt, if that.
I'm not sure it was that.
No, it wasn't even that.
Line of scrimmage was the 16. It was 4th and 7, 3-yard punt. I'll give him 4. They spotted at the 23-yard line.
I got to remember to check the yard markers out here.
And the first play from scrimmage for Ansley is a big gain right up the middle for Jason Reinerson, the senior tailback and leading ground gainer for the Warriors.
Good block up front by Brian Deaver on the play. Just a straight dive by the fullback right up the middle, and Deaver leading the way. He's over there on that right side.
Reinerson, number 21, carried the football 215 times so far this year, 1,473 yards, a gain of 9 on the first carry, 2nd down and 1. The quarterback is 10, John Van Zant. He's a junior. 2nd down and 1. They'll sweep it with Reinerson, and he tiptoes along the sidelines, and he'll have enough for a 1st down.
Nothing magical about that play. Just a little toss sweep to the left side, and good job by Reinerson just to step around, pick up that 1st down, give his chance, or his team that is, a chance. It's going to be 1st down and 10 at, let's call it about the 11-yard line, right in that vicinity.
John Ryan is the fullback ahead of Reinerson. Van Zant now under center. 1st and 10. This is Reinerson with the 3rd carry of the game. Short yardage that time. Tackle made by Monty Ferricks.
Monty Ferricks has led this ball club, the Coleridge Ball Club, in tackles this year. One of the leading tacklers, I should say, 125 tackles. Scott Nordby, he's number 55 for Coleridge. He's the leading tackler with 167 tackles, but that time Ferricks was there very quickly to make the hit.
Early on, 1st quarter of play, Ansley on the move against Coleridge after a terrible Coleridge punt. Gaining 2 on the last carry. And on the counter, this is Reinerson working his way up the middle. Runs into a host of tacklers, but he'll pick up a couple of yards. It'll be 3rd down.
Brian Deaver pulling from that right side along with James Porter. He was over there to make a block also. Trying to get that trap play to work, going to the left, and just a short gain on the play. Good job by Coleridge that time to stop it, to shut it down. 3rd down now and 7.
The ball is at the Coleridge 8-yard line. They need the 1 for a 1st down. And they want to put it in the air. Van Zant looking into the end zone. And now goes to a secondary receiver. That was 81 Derek Bailey, one of his favorite targets during the season. And it's too far out in front of his reach. He was also covered well on the play. It'll be 4th down.
Good play action that time. Good faking by John Van Zant. He was waiting for James Porter to clear from the right side and then waited for his other receiver, Derek Bailey, to come underneath. He did come underneath, but the ball overthrown just a bit, but actually pretty good coverage on the play also. It brings up a field goal try here from, well, about the 15-yard line, just inside the 15.
That'll make it a 25-yard attempt. And it's a high snap handled by Adam Holland. He's got problems, and he'll try to make the most of it. They need the 1 for the 1st down, and Holland scrambles. He's close. Did he pick it up? It depends on the spot of the football.
Billy got the 1st down, I'm sure of that. The question was, did he get the touchdown? The ball almost breaking the plane to the goal line, and yes, indeed, it appears from my vantage point. Well, they're going to
They're going to bring the chains.
They're going to bring the chains
6
out.
inches.
Yeah, about 18 inches. There it is on replay, and I tell you, forward progress, no question. Got him the 1st down. The only thought in my mind was, did he get the touchdown? Did he get the ball across the plane of the goal line? He came up just a little bit short on that. But again, the sticks have been, well, the sticks are removed now, and it is indeed a 1st down. And Coleridge looking pretty golden right here with 8:27 left in the 1st quarter.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Credit Adam Holland for making something happen. And on the very next play, John Vance sneaks his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Went over that right side over there, as we talked about before. That's where Brian Deaver is located. Porter over there leading the charge with a good block, so he knows where to go. He knows where that strong part of the blocking is and takes it right over the right, and it's a touchdown for Ansley on the play.
And they'll go for 2. Van Zandt wants to throw. Nobody open in the end zone, and the pass thrown into coverage intended for Derek Bailey. Covering on the play, 40, David Naslund, and number 3, Andy Hawley. So with 8:18 to play in the first quarter, Ansley takes advantage of the bad punt and leads it 6-0. We've got a break, and we'll come right back to Memorial Stadium right after this.
Welcome to Memorial Stadium, home of the defending national champion.
Because of its remarkable clarity, Cellular One is Nebraska's #1 cellular service.
After a pickup of 14, that brings a 3rd down and 2 with the ball on the 16-yard line.
Cellular One, clear across Nebraska.
Welcome back to Memorial Stadium. We're in the first quarter, and the Ansley Warriors have a 6-0 lead on the Coleridge Bulldogs, taking advantage of that 4-yard punt. They march 23 yards down the field. A big play by Adam Holland on a near disastrous field goal try. Holland is able to pick up the first down, and Van Zandt goes over from 1 yard out on the very next play for our score. Now the kickoff taken by Coleridge at the 2-yard line. This is Andy Hawley, and he battles his way up to the 19-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Well, Ansley head coach Dan Moore said that, we beat some good teams to get here, and he thought that would help in terms of their prospects in this championship game. And Ansley just took the ball right down and put it in the end zone again with that fine play by Holland to save that 1st down and then produce the touchdown. So they're playing well here in the early going.
1st and 10 at the 19 for Coleridge. And this is Naslund gaining short yardage off that left guard spot. May have edged the football out to the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 1 on the play.
See it again right there. Heavy traffic. No place to run on that left side, and that's that Ansley defense over there. Again, Deaver on that right side of that defense doing a great job.
Andy Honey, the quarterback.
Fumble.
And a fumble on the snap, kicked around, and Ansley is going to get another break here in the first quarter.
Never had the exchange on the from the center. Honey trying to back out and just did not have the football, came away without it. And Ansley is there to scoop it up, and they now own it just right outside the 20-yard line. And what a big break for the Ansley Warriors.
They already lead at 6-0. James Porter, number 32, appeared to have fallen on the football and picked up the recovery for Ansley. And we've got a timeout on the field. Officials are working to repair the yardage markers. And now they will have one of the Coleridge players come off the field, and maybe we have a cut or something, and they're going to have to doctor that up. 55 is Scott Nordby, and he's been replaced. All right, here we go. 1st down and 10. The ball is at the Coleridge 20-yard line. So far, the first part of the first quarter has been played entirely in Coleridge territory, and there's a fumble on the pitch. And it's recovered by 42, John Ryan. The quarterback, John Van Zandt, in pursuit of the loose football, ran into the referee and went down.
Well, he got popped in the back, and Travis Jordan came from the backside and just took Van Zandt and hit him right in the back and knocked him into the referee, and that's how that chain of events got started. But John Ryan, he couldn't handle the pitch from Van Zandt on the play, and then he's very smartly just covered the football, make sure he maintains possession of the football, and Ansley keeps it.
2nd down 11 from the 21-yard line. A loss of 1 on the play. Ansley working out of the eye and give it to the tailback. Good stiff arm by Reinerson. And he gets back to the original line of scrimmage And that was the 20-yard line, a pickup of 1.
Pretty good play out there. Monty Ferrix and Travis Jordan both combining to stop that play for very little, if any, gain, maybe a yard. You watch here, Monty Ferrix, number 20, and Travis Jordan, 85. There's Jordan right there, and then Ferrix making that hit right there underneath, and both of them combined to stop the ball carrier on the play. Nice work, and Rynerson had nowhere to go.
3rd down and 10 from the 20-yard line. And Van Zandt wants to throw. Looking for a tight end, releasing off the line, and that was 42, John Ryan.
Big hit that time by Scott Nordby on Van Zandt. Nordby from Coleridge, senior. He leads the team in tackles, 167 in that category, and he came in and just banged Van Zandt on the play. Ball was overthrown, and now we'll see what Ansley is going to do here.
Well, why don't they bring in that field goal team and scramble around a little bit? That was pretty successful the last time around.
A lot of times you'll have a call, Bill, on a bad snap, and the holder needs to yell it out as hard as he can, as loud as he can, and here they go. They're going to line it up and try and...
Rynerson is split wide to the far side. Van Zandt dropping back. He's got pressure. Unloads. Intercepted! Intercepted by Coleridge. 30, 25, 20, down to the 16-yard line, and the Bulldogs are back in it. They've got some momentum now. Intercepted by 85, Travis Jordan.
And it all got started because Scott Nordby again came in just untouched from the left side. Watch the top of your screen right there. Boom, nobody blocking him at all. Has to rush to throw, and then that's what happens. It accounts for an interception as Nordby pressures Van Zandt. And then Jordan tries to streak down that far sideline and put it into zone. He is run down finally, but what a big break for Coleridge here. And again, all made possible by the play of Scott Nordby.
And that sets the football up at the Ansley 16-yard line. Naslund on the carry, bulling his way off that right side. Down to the 10-yard line. They'll call it the 11, a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
Oftentimes when you pressure the quarterback, as we see that play again, just a big, huge surge on the right side, just humanity blocking right there. Puts him down right close to the 10-yard line, just inside. We call it the 12 or right in that vicinity.
Wimhoff, 32, is in there, as is Naslund, 40. And we've got movement along the line of scrimmage, and we may have had contact, and that would result in an offside penalty against Ansley. See
if they talk it over here. Which team really, if they were drawn off, Ansley was moving across the football. Here's the call. It's offsides on Ansley.
Well, that may be enough for a 1st down. The ball right now is situated just outside the 11-yard line, and the officials talking with Monty Ferrix, one of the team captains for the Bulldogs. And that will indeed give Coleridge a 1st down. Well, they'll spot the football now at the 6. 80-yard field and 8-man football. The yellow line that crosses the 10-yard line at Memorial Stadium is the goal line.
Have a timeout called by the referee. Both teams will re-huddle.
.6:03 to play in the 1st quarter. They've got whatever business they needed taken care of done, and here we go. The clock moving inside 6 minutes. Ansley leading at 6-0, but Coleridge is down close, knocking on the door. This is Naslund taking the pitch, bringing it to the right side, leaping and brought down by 42, John Ryan.
Everybody from Ansley on the defense that time up on the line of scrimmage. Just 8 people right across the line, and you got to be sure on the tackle, and that's what happened there. Ryan was absolutely sure on the tackle as Rynerson tried to jump on over. Or check it, Naslund tried to jump on over, and he made a sure tackle and brought him down. It's a good thing he did because the goal line beckoned.
Gain of 3, 2nd down and goal from the 3. Hani. Nobody was home to take the pitch. Hani's got to do it himself. Stretches into the end zone. Touchdown! Both his backs went opposite directions, and nobody was home for Andy Hani, and he had to improvise. And he ducked upfield and got the score.
Great improvisation, I would say. Nobody on the front porch, and he decided, I'm just going to go ahead and walk it down the steps myself. He put it in the end zone. Good tough run. Pretty good hit over there to try to stop him. That was made by Cody Shepard, but it didn't work. As you'll see, Hani trying to get in, and finally does get in, and that's Shepard coming up and making the hit, but a little bit too late.
Hani will hold, and Puppy will attempt the point after try. His kick is up, and his kick is good. So with 5:11 to play in the first quarter, a game of mistakes right now is being led by the Coleridge Bulldogs. They lead Ansley 7-6.
The Nebraska Orthopedic and Sports Medicine physicians are committed to giving patients the finest in orthopedic care. Athletes at the University of Nebraska have been under their care for over 24 years. The staff of 8 physicians have years of surgical experience to get you back on the field of competition or merely back to enjoying your evening walks. Nebraska Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, proud to be your Husker team physicians.
Welcome back to Memorial Stadium, the Class D1 State Championship with Adrian Fiala. I'm Bill Dolman. The Coleridge Bulldogs now leading the Ansley Warriors 7-6. Just because it may not be polished doesn't mean it isn't interesting. We've had a shanked punt, a bad snap on a field goal try that resulted in a first down, a fumble, an interception, and 2 touchdowns in the game.
And a referee knocked out.
And the kickoff after the Coleridge touchdown is taken at the goal line, and with the football for Ansley is 22 Adam Holland. And Holland, who's the one who scrambled around on that botched field goal try, gets the ball out to the 20-yard line. So a good return for Ansley, and that's where they'll set up shop, first down and 10.
Holland, a junior, and again on the return, kind of snakes his way up to the 20-yard line on that kick return. Big play, as Bill mentioned earlier in this quarter. 5 minutes left in the first quarter.
Ryan is the fullback. Reinerson behind him, the tailback. The quarterback is John Van Zandt. Ansley now trailing by a point. Here's Reinerson with another carry. And taking the handoff just behind the left guard and edges the football out to the 25-yard line. A pickup of 5 on the play.
Good blocks up front by John Ryan and Travis Petrick. Both of those fellows seniors playing in this championship game here. An exciting time for them, and they kind of had kick blocks out. Running back cuts it in, picks up good yardage. Second down at about 5, a little less than 5.
Movement along the line. Reinerson gets another carry, and again they take it straight up the middle, and he spins his way across the 30-yard line. That'll be good for the first down. Ferricks made the stop.
Straight dive right up the middle. Reinerson not a very big back in terms of height. He's 155 pounds. But explosive up the middle. There you see it again. And then that last little burst there, that twist. He twisted to the right side, and that picks up the first down for Ansley.
The ball at the 31-yard line. And the give is to Ryan, the fullback. And he's got short yardage. Tackled by a whole host of Coleridge Bulldogs. And a gain of 1 on the play, second down and 9.
Not much going on that play. Just about a 2-yard dive is all that amounted to. Coleridge had it pretty well set up in front to stop. A good job that time by their linebackers to come up inside.
Derek Bailey and James Porter each playing the end position right now. And the fake the handoff. Van Zandt's going to keep it himself on a bootleg, and he didn't fool anybody. Great defensive pursuit by the Bulldogs of Coleridge. And Andy Hani is there to make the tackle, but it was Ferricks, number 20, who really got good penetration.
Ferricks slowed him down, faked the dive, faked the reverse, and now let's go off to the races over there, led by 71 Brian Deaver. And Ferricks coming from the backside, even got blocked from the backside, still made the tackle, or at least slowed him down on the play. And that'll make it third and about 5.
Coming up on the 3-minute mark remaining, Coleridge leading Ansley 7-6. Van Zandt taking the snap and putting the ball into the air. Pass is complete to 32 James Porter, and that will be out near the first down yardage, and it's into Coleridge territory at the 48-yard line, and that will be enough for the first down. They'll move the chains.
Good job of faking up to the middle, and that just kept the linebackers frozen for an instant. Boom, there they go, and that opens up that little hook route, that kind of short hook route, and picks up the first down. Well done, well executed.
Porter caught 36 passes during the 97 campaign for Angeli, 10 of them for touchdowns. The leading receiver for the Angeli Warriors is Derek Bailey, the tight end, number 81. First down and 10 from the 37-yard line. And give us to the fullback. And that is 42 John Ryan. He's got short yardage as he crosses the 35-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play.
Angeli has been in the playoffs for 15 years. This is their 15th appearance. They've won the championship 3 times and have been runner-ups 8 times. That's not bad. 11 number 1 or number 2 finishes out of 15 appearances. You like those odds a great deal.
Got a couple of dynasties really playing in this game. Coleridge has been to the playoffs for 18 years, 14 in a row. Second down and 7 play. Van Zandt to throw again. Bailey going high to the air to make the catch, and he's forced out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Bailey's got a good set of hands, and he's got some height, and he used it to his advantage working on Andy Honey there, the cornerback.
Went up tall, climbed the ladder to pick this one off. Good job to catch it, be able to bring it down, stay with it as Honey delivers a blow. Watch this right here. Major league catch right there. And Honey then delivering the blow, but he was able to hang on to it. Derek Bailey, excellent reception.
Not a big gain on the play. Third down and 3. Reinerson straight up the gut once again, and he's turned away at the 33-yard line. They need the 32 for the first down.
Monty Ferrick's in there again. Underneath all of it also, number 40 for Coleridge. That's David Naslin.
Pickup of 2 on the play. It'll be 4th down and 1. The ball at the 28-yard line. And a big defensive stand right now for Coleridge. It's 4th and less than a yard. 1:18 and counting remaining in the opening quarter. Angeli with the lead, or rather Coleridge with the lead, but Angeli has a 4th down and 1 situation, and the handoff, and he is drilled in the backfield. Monty Ferricks came up and stuffed the running back, John Ryan, and they lost yardage on the play.
Ferricks, watch the bottom of your screen, right? Boom, right there. Nobody touched Ferricks on the play, and he just slid right down the line of scrimmage, put the hit on the ball carrier, and that's it. Ball goes over.
And so Coleridge will take over. First down and 10 at their own 29-yard line. Honey on the option. Will duck upfield, keep it himself. Gets the football out across the 30-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Second down and long coming up.
Jake Rosentreader out there. Again, a good job stringing that option out. He was underneath the pile to make the tackle. Watch here. Number 82. Hand fighting away, and then boom. He submarines underneath. Makes the tackle on the play for very little gain.
Inside the final minute in the first quarter, Coleridge now second down and 8. Naslund is the lone setback. 2 receivers split to the near side, and they'll give it to Naslund straight up the middle. And he is brought down by 32, James Porter. Another short gain on the play.
Good shot, ground level right here. Gives you kind of a bird's eye view of the mayhem that's involved. And Jake Rosentreader again also in on the play as part of the tackle, along with Porter.
And that will do it for the first quarter of play of the Class D1 State Championship. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for the Coleridge Bulldogs. When we come back, they lead it 7-6.
How would you feel if you found out you could have gotten your new car for less? You should know about Anderson Ford. We have the best deals in town. Are you tired of car salespeople following you around? No matter where you go, they're right behind you? Hey, come to Anderson Ford. We do things differently.
With Adrian Fiala, I'm Bill Dolman. We move to action now in the second quarter of play. 3rd down and 5 for the Coleridge Bulldogs at their own 34-yard line. Big hole up the middle and a big gain for the Bulldogs as Naslund gets the ball into Ansley territory and gets plenty for the first down.
Good block up front that time. John Brummels, 45 on the play. He sprung the ball carrier right up the middle and picks up that first down, and Coleridge now on the move.
They spotted at the 33-yard line. Hani gives to Naslund off the left side, or the right side rather. And he is out across the 30-yard line down to the 29-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play. Second down and 6 for the Bulldogs. Facing a 5-man front for Ansley. Hani will keep it himself and works his way around that right end and is maybe about a foot shy of the first down yardage. It'll be 3rd down.
Good quickness by Hani that time. He faked the dive right straight up. And then he was able to just get to the corner very quickly, turn the corner, and step right out. Just about picked up the first down, maybe within a foot of the first down.
They'll call it 3rd down and 1, but it's really 3rd down and about 7 inches. And Hani will take it himself on the quarterback sneak, and he's got plenty. Gain of 2 on the sneak. It's 1st down and 10 now for the Bulldogs of Coleridge.
Jake Rosentreiter trying to prevent the first down there. He closed down very quickly from that defensive end spot, but not able to get it done, and they pick up the first down. Coleridge picks up the first down. Bulldogs on the move again, just short of the 20-yard line. Call it the 22.
Naslund and Wimhoff split behind Hani. And this is Wimhoff getting the carry, coming around to the left side. Brought down by 31, Marty Jones.
Great block that time by David Naslund. Watch the play right in front of you here. He's number 40 coming out right there and just cut the backer on the play. That was number 32, James Porter. Cut him down. Excellent block by David Naslund.
Gain of 3, 2nd down 7. The ball at the 19-yard line. A minute and a half gone by in the second quarter. Coleridge leading it by a point. Hani will work the option. Pitch it to Wimhoff, and he has no room to run. Great pursuit by John Ryan as he rides him out of bounds.
Ryan over there on the tackle, as Bill called it, and that play just a little bit too slow in developing, principally because Ryan was able to hand fight the block off. What a great job number 42 made on that play. John Ryan, he's a senior this year, one of the top tacklers on this ball club, and you can see why based on that play right there.
10:21 to play in the first half, and Coleridge with a 7-6 lead on Ansley, and the Bulldogs want a timeout. We'll take it with them. Well, no, we'll keep it right here. We want to take a look at the numbers in the first quarter. The main one is the fact that Coleridge leads Ansley 7-6, and taking a look at the first quarter statistics, Ansley though kind of dominated a little bit.
Just a tad. Rushing yardage 44 yards. Coleridge 20. Picked up 11 yards passing. But again, that score is where it counts. And right now, Coleridge is on the up end of that score, 7-6.
One category isn't miscues, I guess you could call it. 20-yard punt by Coleridge, a botched snap on a field goal try for Ansley that resulted in a first down, and consequently the first Ansley score of the game. Then Coleridge picked off a John Van Zant pass. Travis Jordan with the INT. That set up Coleridge in good territory. A couple of plays later, Andy Hani went over from 3 yards out. That's the only scoring we've got in the ball game. Coleridge, though, a big 4th down stand that turned Ansley away, and the ensuing drive has been a pretty good one for the Coleridge Bulldogs as they've marched down now to the Ansley 20-yard line. Okay, 3rd down and 8. 10:21 remaining in the half. This is Naslund on the sweep. Hit hard at the 15-yard line. Well short of the first down. James Porter making the stop. It'll be 4th down now and 3 to go. And Coleridge will go. All right. They turned away the Warriors on 4th down. Can the Warriors turn the trick on the Bulldogs? And we've got a timeout now called by Ansley. They want to talk about this play coming up. We're going to take a break now. 9:50 remaining in the first half. Coleridge leading Ansley 7-6. Back with more in just a moment.
There's the Missouri River, Father Flanagan's Boys Town, Omaha, Lincoln. And there's a chance to step back in time and appreciate those that pioneered the way.
7-6 is our score. 9:50 to play in the first half. 4th down and 3 now. Ansley digging in, trying to turn away the Coleridge Bulldogs. Andy Honey under center. And they'll sweep it to the near side. Great pursuit by the Warriors. It was a timeout well spent. They read it perfectly. And they'll get the ball on downs. Wimhoff had nowhere to run.
And it was James Porter on defense. He came in, stepped two steps across the line and made the tackle. And the ball will go over. Porter again, a senior, 190-pound senior. Watch him here, 32. Bingo right there. He makes the hit. Got some help also from Marty Jones on the play, 31.
So Ansley now with the football, 1st down and 10. At its own 16-yard line. Ryan, the ball carrier, trying to find some open area to run, going off that left side, and he's got the football out near the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. 2nd down and 6 coming up. The Warriors trailing Coleridge by a point. Ansley getting on the board first with a 3-yard touchdown run. Or rather a 1-yard touchdown run by John Van Zant. Coleridge answered back with a 3-yard TD run of their own from their quarterback, Andy Honey. 2nd down and 6 now. And movement along the line of scrimmage. The flags fly, and we'll sort this out. A lot of fingers being pointed as that ball was snapped.
Looked like the end over on the left side. That would be Travis Petrick. He moved. See what the call is here. There's a procedure call against Ansley, so that will cost him 5 yards. I'll move it back 5. Good crowd here today at Memorial Stadium. Kind of a brisk day, a little light frost all over the campus here this morning, and still continues to drizzle a little bit of frost, a little white flecks from time to time here at Memorial Stadium, but temperatures are high on the field as we're ready for action again.
Sets the Warriors back 5 yards. Now 2nd down 11. The ball at the 15-yard line. Quick pass, and the ball is caught by 32 James Porter. He's got room to run. He's at the 30, the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10. He's finally run down, but oh, what a big play for the Ansley Warriors.
Simple slant-in pass, and sometimes if the coverage goes awry, that's what will happen. Nick Puppy, number 10 on the coverage, and he was trying to make the tackle. As Porter, watch here, as Porter will grab it right there, and that's Puppy trying to make that tackle, could not hang on, and then it's off to the races. Ball gets down to the 10-yard line, and Ansley, big play, big break, see what they can do with it.
66-yard pass play for Ansley, and now Reinerson. They haven't called his number much on the last few plays for Ansley. He takes it straight up the middle and picks up some good yardage. Gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5. The ball up to 6. Ansley can get a 1st down, but they've got to get inside the 1.
Reinerson was a workhorse all year for this Ansley group. 1,473 yards for the season. And today, as far as rushing goes, well, he's had 10 carries for a -35. That should be updated here with that carry. That was positive yardage there.
2nd down and 5. And they'll sweep it with Reinerson to the left side. He's got some room, and he's got himself a touchdown. Great blocking out front. And that enabled Reinerson to get into the end zone.
And that was Chad Anderson from a guard spot coming in, and also Travis Petrick coming in to just lead the convoy around the left-hand side as Reinerson took a deep pitch and a wide pitch, and he just put it in. And there you see the fellas that just talked about. That was number 61, Chad Anderson, and number 83, Travis Petrick. Good speed to the outside, not much doubt about that play.
6-yard touchdown run for Jason Reinerson, the senior tailback. And now they'll go for 2 as Ansley regains the lead. Van Zandt to throw. The pass is complete. And it's James Porter who's on the receiving end of the big 66-yard reception. He's on the other end of the 2-point try. And Ansley has upped its lead now to 14-7 with 8:05 to play in the half.
And once again, Porter beats Nick Puppy on the coverage. See it again here. It'll be Puppy. Bottom part of your screen right there, number 10, and he just could not catch up to Porter.
14-7 is our score. The Ansley Warriors seeking their 10th win of the year. They've lost 3 times. They come in ranked 10th in the state into this ball game by the Lincoln Journal-Star. And the Coleridge Bulldogs 10-2 on the year. They're ranked number 9. 14-7 is our score here in the second quarter of play. We mentioned the playoff history. 18 times Coleridge has been to the state playoffs, 14 straight years. They've won 3 state championships. Only 1 in Class D1. That was way back in 1977. Coleridge also won in C2 in '82 and in D2 in 1987. Ansley State Championship 1977 in C2 and 1986 in D1. And on the ensuing kickoff, the ball taken up to the 20-yard line. Carrying the football was the quarterback, Andy Honey, who's back in kick coverage.
Oh, Andy's all over the place today, playing quarterback, returning kicks, playing good defense. There you see it again. Ball kicked down and to the right. A lot of times that will limit a return, but this time Andy brings it back towards the middle and brings it back up to about the 20-yard line, just past the 20.
Well, it looks like Coleridge is going to open things up just a little bit. Honey has trips to the right. Quick pass, batted down. Good penetration by John Ryan.
There he is right there, John Ryan, number 42, senior. One of the top tacklers on the ball club. That had nothing to do with this play, however, as he gets that left arm up and boom, bats the pass down. You see Honey, he's a little dejected over that play. He had it open over there on the right side. Had a pretty good screen pass set up over on the right-hand side, but Ryan thwarted all of that.
Well, they'll tighten things up now on 2nd down and 10. And on the option, Honey. He's got Wemhoff, cuts up field, and he's got problems also.
The problem to start with was Porter. Porter playing the whale of a football game here this morning. James Porter will keep the play to the inside. Watch him drift here, 32. He's going to keep that play to the inside. Boom. And then get in on the tackle. Nice job.
3rd down 8 at the 23. Inside 7.5 minutes now remaining in the first half. 14-7 is our score. Split backs once again. Honey wants to throw. He's got pressure. He wants trying to get the screen off and just kind of unloads the football. The pressure was applied by 71, Brian Deaver. The Ansley crowd wants an intentional grounding call. They're not going to get that. There was a receiver in the area.
Here it is again. Now watch the pressure coming. There comes Deaver, just right straight down. Nostrils flaring, eyes glazed over. He's ready to make the hit. And again, the screen pass was set up over there. But again, because of Deaver's efforts, play goes down. That's a great job by number 71, Brian Deaver. He's a senior.
Not sure there was a receiver in the area, but there was one in the stadium. 4th down and 8, and Coleridge punts the football away, and it's a dandy, and it's muffed, and it's a loose football, and who's got it?
Battle going on right down there now, a blue shirt and a white shirt.
And it's Matt Roberts of Ansley.
Wow.
Who alertly falls on the football. Andy Honey was down there.
That was one of those plays where they both go down, they both have control of the football. Watch it here. Bingo, they both go after it. And Matt Roberts, he's a junior. Fortunately for Ansley, he was there to maintain possession and control of the football, but that was a very close call. And 7:03 left here in the second quarter, Ansley's football.
Adam Holland was the player who let the ball go through his fingertips. 1st and 10 now at the Ansley 24-yard line. And Van Zandt to throw. Over the middle, pass is broken up nicely by Andy Honey, intended for 81 Derek Bailey, and we've got a penalty flag on the play.
David Naslund also in the pass route that time. The ball just a little bit to his left. Watch him here, the linebacker making the drop, and he's going to reach out. Just misses it right there. And then Hani's over there. And there's contact on the play. Referee sorting it out right now with Reinerson. Jason Reinerson, one of the co-captains for Ansley.
Well, if that's an interference call, and that's exactly what it is, that's a questionable call.
I thought it was a good play.
You're right. And it's a 15-yard penalty marked off against Coleridge. That's a huge penalty after what appeared to be a pretty good defensive effort by Andy Hani. As it is now, it's a 1st down and 10 at midfield for the Ansley Warriors. Ryan the fullback, Reinerson the tailback. Van Zant the quarterback. And it's Reinerson who gets the handoff. Bounces to the outside. He's wrapped up by Naslund and finally put away by Monty Ferricks.
And Ansley just continues to hammer that middle. Known for that running game, as we said at the top of this show. Here it is again, just an isolation play right to the middle, and Reinerson sees a little daylight to the right side, so he goes that way. But Naslund is there. Naslund again playing a great football game. He had 109 tackles for the ball club this year. Also one of the top rushers on this team.
They line it up in the ice, 2nd down and 8. Tight set. Ryan, the fullback, gets the handoff, and he's hit immediately. Ferricks again in on the tackle, and Ferricks comes up limping.
I think Ferricks got rolled over. I mean, it happened so quick. The play happened so quick, and the forward momentum, I think he just got that ankle rolled. See right there, he just kind of gets rolled up and caught under, and if he's not healthy, that's a huge hole, both offensively and defensively, for Coleridge. But he appears to be okay. He's moving around out there. Doesn't seem to be favoring any ankle or any foot.
I thought he might have been able to take the handoff. 3rd down and 8. Van Zant to throw, and the pass is complete to Reinerson. He's got big yards down the sideline. Finally pushed out of bounds at the 22-yard line. And it looked like Reinerson ran out of his shoe on the play.
I think he did, Bill, as he just got the shoe tossed right back to him. Good toss this time by Van Zant. He lays the ball in there just perfectly to Reinerson. He's able to shed a tackle right there. Another one right there. I think that's where he got the shoe ripped off, and then just gets shoved out of bounds to end the play. But he picks up the 1st down, and Ansley on the move once again.
Matt Roberts, 33, has come in to spell Reinerson as he gets a shoe back on. Here's John Ryan with the carry, bouncing it to the outside, and he had a little room to run there. He may have picked up a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd down and long.
Scott Nordby on the tackle that time, number 55 for Coleridge. Nordby, the guy that pressured the quarterback on the pass interception and the leading tackler on this Coleridge football team.
Ansley leading 14-7, coming up on the 5-minute mark remaining in the first half of play. Coleridge got on the board first, failed on their conversion try. Coleridge scored, got their PAT. Ansley came back, scored, got a 2-point conversion. That's the 7-point margin, and the Warriors are on the move again. 2nd down and 8 from the 19. Van Zant to throw, and the pass is overthrown, and this time they're going to get the penalty flag and an interference whistle against Andy Hani. Well, that time he was all over the receiver, but I'm not sure, Adrian, if that was a catchable football.
A lot of questions on the PIs today. The pass interference, I should say. No doubt in my mind about that play. That indeed was pass interference, but again, a little bit of a question. I guess when he was taken out of the play, you don't know if he could have jumped up and caught the football in that situation or not, but we won't know. But if that play there, at least as far as pass interference goes, Bill, I'd go with that one for sure. Just on the act of the play. As far as the ball being catchable, I'm not sure about that.
Well, you've got one quarterback basically picking on another in the secondary. Hani does the quarterback duties for Coleridge. And they move the chains. It'll be 1st down and 10 for Ansley now at the Coleridge 19-yard line. Now check it, it's at the 9-yard line. And they're going to take the chains off, so it's 1st down and goal. Reinerson, he's back in there, and he takes the handoff off the right side and picks up 2 yards. Give him 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7 from the Coleridge 7-yard line.
Good block by 71 that time. Brian Deaver again. We mentioned his name a lot here in this ball game. 4:24 and counting in the first half.
Well, Ansley's a team that likes to run the football, but they can also put it in the air. They've got a pretty good balanced attack, and we've seen that quite a bit here on this drive. Here's Reinerson on the misdirection play, working his way near the goal line. Is he in there? Still no indication yet, and apparently he is just shy on the second down carry. It'll be third down and less than a yard for the touchdown.
Just a quick opener left side. Watch the block by Chad Anderson, number 61 over here to the outside top of your screen. There it is right there. And then Reinerson cuts in behind that block and just about puts it into the end zone, about a half a yard short.
Ryan is the fullback, Reinerson the tailback, Van Zant the QB, and Van Zant calls his own number and fights his way on the quarterback sneak, but he is turned away. He may have lost a couple of yards. Now they're going to say the forward progress is still inside the 1.
And guess who's underneath? Let's go with David Naslin, number 40. He's underneath all of this. See him right there. He's got a hold of Van Zant's ankles right there. He's going nowhere on the play, and I thought he did lose a little bit on the play, Bill. I don't think they marked it as such, but now we're going to have a timeout as Ansley calls timeout.
3:03 left to play in the first half. Ansley leading it by 7, and they want to talk it over. They'll have a 4th down and 1 at the goal line when we come back. Welcome back to Memorial Stadium. 3:03 to play in the first half. Ansley leading Coleridge 14-7 in the D1 championship game. 4th down and 1 now for the Warriors. Knocking on the Coleridge goal line. They need the touchdown. They've already been turned away once on 3rd down and 1. Can they score here? Van Zant settles in under center. Ryan gets the carry and gets the touchdown.
I tell you, Travis Jordan, 85, was in the backfield very quickly, and Van Zant was lucky to get the handoff made here. There you see John Ryan, but you watch it again here, you're going to see the blue jersey, number 85. Watch this. Boom, right there. Pretty quick move by Travis Jordan. Coleridge senior. Somebody wanted to order a pizza there, telephone out.
And they'll go for 2. Van Zant in the flat, and the pass is too short for Jason Reinerson. So with the touchdown, Ansley ups its lead to 20-7 with an even 3 minutes left to play here in the first half of the D1 state championship game. I'll tell you what, who was that Travis Jordan who got that penetration? If he had gone after the fullback Ryan instead of the quarterback Van Zant, I'm not sure he would have gotten in there.
He wouldn't. Maybe Bill, he would have knocked the ball loose too, because in that sort of situation, there's a tendency, obviously, for that to happen. You get good penetration like that. He went right for the quarterback, and if he'd have just went head on with the fullback, of course, the block, the line of the block will determine just where you come in, and that's what happened. It was a little bit to the right hand side, so. He hit the quarterback straight up, but
as a former defensive player, would you zero in on one player or the other? Would you say I'm going after the quarterback irregardless?
I always tried in that kind of situation to go right for where the ball is. Now, a lot of times you end up looking foolish on that, but you have a tendency to. Here's a kickoff,
and it's coming down to Andy Honey, and Honey is wrapped up and brought down at the 18-yard line. It looked like he may have had some room to run, but that hole closed quickly. And Coleridge will set up now, 1st down and 10 at its own 18-yard line, 2:54 to play in the half.
I remember one time against Missouri, my sophomore year, Bill, that kind of play where the quarterback was, we had what we call a monster fire on, and coming right across the line at the snap of the ball. And I went for the ball, and usually you're going to get the ball and the ball carrier right at the same time. Here we go.
Honey wants to throw on the first play from scrimmage, and the lefty puts it in the air, and it's in and out of the arms of Nick Puppy, the end, who was wide open on the play.
Nick Puppy on a deep crossing pattern, and as Bill called it, wide open, but not able to look the ball right into his hands. He came from the bottom of the formation there, that tight end on that left side, and bingo, there it goes. But again, you have a tendency to go for the ball and the ball carrier, and you separate them, and then bingo, you knock it loose. And hey, my old buddy Barry Alvarez there to pick up the fumble. Sweet play.
2nd down and 10 from the 17-yard line. Back-to-back pass attempts, and this time it's too tall for Monty Ferricks. He was also covered well on the play. Cody Shepard was back there along with Adam Holland for the Ansley Warriors.
Hane throwing it right into double coverage, and actually Ferricks had a chance to catch the football, which was kind of surprising to me. Ball a bit overthrown as we saw, but again, that double coverage, a lot of times you just don't have an opportunity to get after the football. Here's a great formation, trip set, shotgun.
3rd down and 10 from the 17. And Hane's got room to run along the near side. He tucks it under, and he needs the 37, 38-yard line, and it looks like he's got the first down. Good heads-up running by Andy Hane.
A beautiful play by Hane. A very, very heady play by Hane. He had a triple set formation to the right side, overload the defense to that side, and then he comes sprinting out here to the left side. A lot of green there, as you see, and then he knows where he has to go for the first down, and he gets upfield and picks up that first down. Andy Hane, he's a junior, passed for 464 yards this year and 5 touchdowns.
Ferricks, Wimhoff, and Naslund trips to the right again, and Hane again forced to scramble and throws it away, throws it out of bounds, and nobody is anywhere near, and the penalty flags will fly. Ferricks says, hey, I was in the area, but he didn't get there until after the flags were thrown.
Ferricks was about midfield. He was coming that direction, but wasn't quite in the vicinity. Or an eligible receiver. It's got to be an eligible receiver that needs to be in the vicinity of the pass, and he's about 15 yards away, and that's not too much in the vicinity as far as the referee is concerned. That linesman throws the play, and the side judge throws the flag on the play. I always wonder sometimes, and of course in the heat of battle it's difficult to make these kind of decisions, because we're sitting up here and we've got the benefit of the armchair and everything else to decide these things, but as a quarterback, and I did play quarterback a long time ago, but you just want to throw the ball as far away from, throw it in that vicinity, Bill, like upfield. I mean, there's always going to be a receiver, you think, upfield and on that kind of play if you know what's coming, and throw it upfield. Don't take a chance on the grounding call, and that's what happened there as Hane comes up with a great play prior to that, and then just loses yardage on this one. But that will stem the Coleridge efforts here for a moment. 2nd down now and about 15.
Loss of down on the play as well. Hane to throw, quick pass over the middle. It's intercepted by Marty Jones. And he is knocked out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Well, Coleridge, the last thing they wanted to do was turn the ball over. They needed to get some momentum going into the locker room at halftime.
Well, that pass was,
they got turned away.
That pass was thrown in the direction of Scott Nordby, number 55, who was streaking down the field. Now watch the top of your screen. I don't know if we can see it or not, but the 2 receivers over on the top of the screen were setting up kind of a 2-man screen pass, 2-man screen pattern over there, but the ball definitely going to Nordby, but he was not looking for the football at all. The only guy that was looking for the football was Marty Jones, and he got it.
So now with 2 minutes and 24 seconds remaining in the first half, Ansley has a chance to really do some damage to Coleridge's championship hopes. 1st down and 10, the ball at the 16-yard line. Plenty of time for the Warriors. And Reinerson on the sweep to the left side is driven out of bounds inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 9. A gain of 7 on the play. And the clock continues to move.
Once again, a good block on that pitch play. Chad Anderson, 61. He was over there making a block. Number 83, Travis Patrick, making a block, and then Hane comes over. He jumps in, makes a good tackle on the play. But they're inside the 10-yard line now, and with a minute 53 left to go in the first half.
Gain of 7, 2nd down and 3, the ball at the 9. Inside 2 minutes now. Ryan, the ball carrier. Short dive up the middle, falls forward for maybe a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 2. Ansley has 1 timeout remaining, and Van Zandt comes over to the sideline to talk to head coach Dan Moore.
Good job by Nordby again. You saw 32 getting up James Porter. He tried to block Nordby. Nordby went right over the top of the block and then just went head to head with the ball carrier, popped him, stopped him for virtually no gain on the play. 3rd down.
Ansley is in no hurry as the clock approaches 1 minute. 3rd down and 2 here. Reinerson, following Ryan's lead blocking, is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Ferricks again Coming down the line of scrimmage. We've seen that a number of times here this afternoon. Monty Ferricks right down the line of scrimmage.
And that'll bring up a 4th down and 2, as he did indeed lose a yard. 4th and 2, the ball at the 8-yard line. 55 seconds remaining in the half. Ansley has called timeout, and we'll come back with more in just a moment. Welcome back to Memorial Stadium. 4th down and 2, 55 seconds remaining in the half. Ansley with the football, and they'll sweep it with Reinerson. He needs to get to the 5-yard line, and he may have been turned away before he got the necessary yardage, and he was. Scott Nordby, 55, and David Naslin, number 40, combined to make the tackle and turn them away.
And watch number 10 also, Nick Puppy. He's just coming right in underneath right there, and he's really responsible for that. The other fellas, as Bill mentioned, keeping that play under control, and then Puppy comes in and makes the hit. Good job by Coleridge to turn it away. Ansley foregoing a golden opportunity here. Let's see, here come the sticks. I don't think he got it, quite frankly.
I thought initially that it looked like Reinerson had plenty of room to run.
He did, you're right. No, that's short.
Short by about a half a yard. So Coleridge gets a big break and a big play defensively, and they'll get the football back, but with less than a minute remaining now in the first half of play. They trail Ansley 20-7. They had the football with 2.5 minutes remaining, but threw the interception. Can they march down the field now in the final minute? They do have 2 timeouts remaining. One thing they have to avoid, though, is putting the ball on the carpet, because right now they are precariously situated at the 7-yard line.
Here's that play again. Well, we're going to have a little conflict here. Yeah, it was number 10, Nick Puppy. Here's a pass from Hani.
Pass is complete at midfield. The pass complete to Ferricks. And they'll mark him out at the Ansley 38-yard line.
Well, Monty Ferricks has been playing a whale of a game for the Coleridge Bulldogs here this morning and this afternoon. This time here, he's going to take an inside route and then cut it to the outside, and there's the ball delivered. A great pass by Hani, right on the money, and Ferricks just not able to keep that momentum from going out of bounds, but they're on the move.
43 yards on the play. Here's Hani on a quarterback keeper. Very short yardage on the play, and a timeout called by Coleridge. They had 2 remaining, and they'll use one here with 38 seconds remaining in the first half.
He gets by that tackle by John Ryan here, 42. Right there, and he's got some yardage ahead of him. You saw Porter closing down, but I'm sure he would have been able to cut behind that block on Porter. But again, Hani shining here in the final moments of the first half.
A big pass play for Coleridge. They get the good defensive stop and are able to come back on the very next play. That's the momentum I was talking about. They need to have something to feel good about when they go into the locker room. And had Ansley scored there in that final minute, the way things have been going this afternoon, that might have been all Ansley would need in this D1 championship game.
I think that's how we're going to look tomorrow after that third game.
7 state championship games being played at Memorial Stadium on a fall weekend in November. 38 seconds remaining. Here we go. 2nd down and 8 now for Andy Hani and company. And Hani wants to throw it again. Downfield in the coverage, and it's intercepted and dropped. Ferricks was the intended receiver, and Adam Holland had it for a moment, juggled it, and dropped it.
Just not able to maintain control, Adam Holland. See the ball just overthrown a bit here, and Holland is there. Nice tight spiral, but to the wrong guy, and that's Holland. Just can't maintain control as he goes out of bounds. Ball stays with Coleridge.
Nick Puppy, Wemhoff, and Naslin split it in a trips formation to the near side, and Hani will keep it himself on another quarterback keeper, and his protection broke down on a 3rd down and 8 call. And now with 23 seconds remaining in the half, Coleridge will use its final timeout.
Hane trying to run it over to that right side, use the blocking. See, this play takes a little bit too long to develop for him, and guys are down on their knees. They've been blocked over there. He just did not get over to the play very quickly, and so the guys that were blocked and down on their knees were able to get up and make the tackle. So too bad Hane could not step over just a little bit quicker into that area while those blocks are being made, and perhaps he could have picked up additional yardage or a lot more yardage down that far sideline.
It'll be 4th down and 4, 23 seconds remaining in the half. Ansley with a 13-point lead, 20-7 over the Coleridge Bulldogs. The Warriors opened the scoring when their quarterback John Van Zant scored from a yard out. Coleridge came back and took the lead when Andy Hane scored on a 3-yard touchdown run. The conversion try was good, but since then the Warriors have scored 2 more touchdowns, one from Jason Reinerson and another from John Ryan, to make it 20-7. Here we go, 4th down and 4, the ball at the 32-yard line. Hane and a halfback pass. Naslund looking, launches one downfield, and it's nearly intercepted, but it's broken up by 81, Derek Bailey of Ansley. And that will end the Coleridge drive with 18 seconds to play.
Good job by Derek Bailey over there. He was not fooled by the halfback sweep action. He just stayed with the receiver on that far side, able to knock the ball away right at the last second. So Ansley will get another chance here with 18 seconds left in the ball game as John Van Zant coming into the huddle. See what they have up their sleeve here with just 18 left.
Ansley, no timeouts. Ryan, the lone setback. Bailey in the slot, and Van Zant wants to throw. Launches one downfield. Bailey is down there. He's bumped. And we'll get another penalty flag as Naslund bumped Bailey off the ball. Another interference call against Coleridge. That's the 3rd of the first half.
And I guess on this one, there's no question. It was pass interference. It was catchable. And so we think it's a correct call. So nice job by the referees this time. The armchair quarterbacks up here. We have questioned a couple of them, but this one, no doubt.
Textbook. 11 seconds remaining now in the first half.
We're going to get an invitation to a referee's camp, I'm sure, Bill. The guys in the striped shirts do a great job. We want to make sure everybody understands that. More often than we care to admit, they're always right.
But you got to question them every now and then. Nobody's perfect now.
That's right. That's right. Keep it interesting.
1st down and 10, the ball at the 32-yard line of Coleridge. Ansley is in position. They've got a couple of plays they can use. Van Zant is hit from behind, gets away, launches downfield for Bailey in the end zone. Touchdown!
Holy cow, I've seen it all. In one of those classic cases of never quit, John Van Zant drifting right, looking for a receiver. He was ready to wind up and go. He got hit twice in the back. Watch it here, looking now, boom, he gets hit there and hit again. And then they don't finish up. Coleridge does not finish up, and he puts the ball into the end zone to Derek Bailey for a touchdown. My goodness.
Derek Bailey had 51 catches during the season, 769 yards receiving. He's got a 32-yard touchdown catch there. 1 tick remaining on the clock in the first half. And that is devastating for Coleridge. 2-point try, and Porter is wide open, left alone in the end zone. An easy 2-point conversion for the Ansley Warriors. And with 1 second to go in the first half, Ansley has really dramatically changed the complexion of this football game. They lead at Adrian 28-7.
You talk about a knockout blow here in the ball game. I know we've got a whole second half to go here, but wow. Ansley showing a great deal of moxie, hanging in tough, capitalizing on that long touchdown pass, and then that extra point try. Nobody in the vicinity as Porter just picks up the football. Nick Puppy kicking himself as he was going off the field, so I suspect the coverage was his, but he went with the play action to the right side. Wide open for that extra point. 28-7, Ansley leads it, and I tell you what, Bill, if Coleridge can recover and come back in the second half, you're going to really have to tip your hat to them, because it's been really tough on them here in this first stanza.
Well, the game is not out of reach at 28-7, but the way Ansley has been playing, it very well could be. Squib kick down the turf, and that will run out the half. And Ansley will exit the field, feeling very good about their state championship chances. They lead Coleridge at the break, 28-7.
The Nebraska Orthopedic and Sports Medicine physicians are committed to giving patients the finest in orthopedic care. Athletes at the University of Nebraska have been under their care for over 24 years. The staff of 8 physicians have years of surgical experience to get you back on the field of competition or merely back to enjoying your evening walks. Nebraska Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, proud to be your Husker team physicians.
How would you feel if you found out you could have gotten your new car for less? You should know about Anderson Ford. We have the best deals in town. Are you tired of car salespeople following you around? No matter where you go, they're right behind you? Hey, come to Anderson Ford. We do things differently.
With my partner Adrian Fiala, I'm Bill Dolman. Welcome back to Memorial Stadium. The Ansley Warriors leading the Coleridge Bulldogs 28-7 as we get set for action in the second half in this 1997 D1 state championship game. Adrian, Ansley got a lot of momentum there towards the end of the first half, and they're going to get the football to begin the second half of play. And on the kickoff return, this is Cody Shepard, and he gets it out to the 18-yard line where Ansley will have it first down and 10. But the chain of events there at the end of the half very, very much put this game in Ansley's favor.
You bet. Again, like hitting the head with a hammer, a knockout blow right there before the half ended. That long pass play for a touchdown, and then the ensuing extra point. And now they come back out, Bill, and they get the football right back because of the choice early on, or at the coin toss. So Coleridge really has their work cut out for them. I hope they can make it a ball game here in the second half.
And Van Zant looked like he was trying to give the football off to the fullback John Ryan. Then it looked like he was trying to keep it himself. And Van Zant has the carry and very little gain. It was 32, James Porter.
You know, Bill, last night we did the Dodge North Loop game, and it was kind of the same thing. Dodge came out, had a 28-6 lead at half, and then North Loop came out in the second half, shut down Dodge totally, and scored 20 points in the second half, and just came up 2 points short in that D2 championship game. So, hey, it can be done. There's a little inspiration there, and perhaps Coleridge talked about that at halftime.
A gain of 1 on the play for Van Zant. John Van Zant, the quarterback. This is 21, Jason Reinerson, straight up the middle, across the 25 to the 26-yard line. Reinerson in the first half, 17 carries for 57 yards. He's got 8 more there on that carry. It'll be 3rd down and 1 at the 26-yard line.
Ansley pretty much dominated the first half in terms of stats, 195 yards total. Coleridge came back, that long pass play for 35 yards, put them into a good category in terms of total offense. They had just 70 yards up to that point.
3rd down and 1. Here's Ryan, the fullback, with the carry, and the offensive line blasting a big hole. He's out across the 30-yard line to the 31, and that's more than enough for an Ansley first down.
Again, right over 61, Chad Anderson. Good block by Chad. He cleared the way for Ryan. Ryan on the year, 785 yards rushing. Watch him go right to that left side where Anderson is making the blocks over there along with Travis Patrick.
Ball spotted at the 31-yard line. The fullback is John Ryan, 42. Jason Reinerson, number 21, is the I-back. This is Reinerson getting the handoff from Van Zant, and very little room that time on the dive as Coleridge read it perfectly and snuffed the play out. 55, Scott Nordby in there among many to make the stop.
Ansley in the first half, 29 rushes for 80 yards. In passing, they were 5 out of 9 for 115 yards total, 195 yards through the first half. Coleridge, 70 yards in the rushing category. They picked up 35 yards in the passing department, just 1 of 10 passing for 35 yards, and that was a big pass play right there towards the end of the second half.
Gain of 1 on the previous play. 2nd down and 9. Van Zandt to throw. Over the middle, his receiver fell down. That was Reinerson. He got tangled up with a couple of defenders, and the ball falls harmlessly to the turf. It'll be 3rd down and 9 now.
See Van Zandt standing up tall here, but unfortunately, right there you see Reinerson trying to get back up to get into the pattern, but that was not possible. He slipped and fell on the turf. There were 2 Coleridge defenders there in blue jerseys waiting, but the ball overthrown, and Reinerson will come out now and take a little breather as Ansley breaks the huddle, get ready to go.
3rd down and 9. 9:28 to play in the 3rd quarter. Ryan the lone setback. Van Zandt to throw. Out in the flat, just out of the reach of Derek Bailey, who came off that right side. And I'm not sure, well, he would have been well short of the 1st down if he'd been able to come up with the football. He was well covered on the play.
Nick Puppy over there, number 10 for Coleridge. He was on the coverage, and you're right, Bill. Even if he would caught the football, no chance at all. Puppy there, momentum taking him out of bounds anyway, but Puppy was there to make sure. Watch the hit here. Boom. So they both go out of bounds. Even if he catches the football, still be 4th down. Probably about 5 to go instead of 9 to go.
James Porter with the punt. And this is Andy Haney on the return, and he's backtracking a little bit. Great coverage that time by the Warriors. And Coleridge will have the football, 1st down and 10 at its own 17-yard line. 9:14 to play in the 3rd quarter, and Coleridge needs to get to work. They trail it by 21, 28-7.
Good coverage here. Marty Jones and Matt Roberts on the coverage. Jones 31 and Roberts 33, and they were there. Excellent kick coverage by the Ansley Warriors, and well, the blue jerseys, now it's their turn.
They mark it at the 18, 1st down and 10. This is David Naslund running off the right side, out across the 20-yard line to the 23, a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5 as the clock moves under 9 minutes. Coleridge 10-2, Ansley on the year 9-3. Andy Haney is the quarterback. Jay Wimhoff and Naslund the running backs. This is Naslund again working that right side. Almost identical plays back to back, and Naslund has the 1st down as he gets out to the 30-yard line.
Good trap block that time by Scott Nordby, 55. He stepped around, put the big hit on John Ryan, took him out of the play, and Naslund picked up another yard, picked up the 1st down.
1st and 10 now from the 29-yard line, and again it's Naslund. 3 straight carries for David Naslund. In the first half, Naslund 8 carries, 39 yards to lead the Bulldogs.
Another Reinerson figured into that play, this time Devin Reinerson. He was in on that tackle, 63. He's a senior, 260 pounds. Tips the scales, the heaviest guy on the ball club.
And Haney on a quarterback keeper. Picks up a couple of blocks and just can't stay in bounds. He stepped out at the, call it the 37-yard line. It didn't look like he was going to have any room to run, but he got a couple of big blocks and then helped him get positive yards.
One of those blocks by Nick Puppy, number 10. Watching bottom of your screen here, right there. He levels a block on Adam Holland. Holland wanted some sort of a clip or some sort of an illegal block in the back. That did not come, but Puppy makes the block, and Hottie picks up good yardage outside.
3rd down and 2. Naslund off the right side, breaks free, breaks clear, and he's just tripped up. A shoestring tackle saves a touchdown as Naslund and the Bulldogs continue to work the right side of that offensive line.
Derek Bailey saved the touchdown on that shoe top tackle. He doesn't make that tackle, it's a touchdown for Naslund, but he's there to pull the shoestring and trip him up.
And now the Bulldogs go without a huddle. The ball at the 28-yard line of the Warriors. Naslund again off the right side, down to the 25-yard line. Pickup of 3, 2nd down and 7 coming up. Well, apparently Coleridge head coach Andy White saw something he likes, or at least has seen something he likes here in the third quarter as they work that right side. And whistles before the snap. And we'll have a penalty coming up.
Well, Scott Nordby has been on that right side. He was on that right side during the first half, and he has leveled some very fine blocks in there for Coleridge. He teams up on that right side with number 20 Ferricks most of the time. And then Travis Jordan is in there at center also. But they're going with that quick huddle, or that no huddle, at least they were up until this play. Going with that quick huddle and trying to surprise that Ansley defense. Keep them from going on an overplay or some sort of overshift, stopping their running game.
And they've been going at the left side of that Ansley front. That's John Ryan, 42, and Devin Reinerson. Hani wants to throw, breaks one tackle, has some room to run. Porter catches him on the corner, and Hani is chased out of bounds, and he's got the first down at the 18-yard line. Good heads-up running that time by Andy Hani.
Good poise back there. He was hit. There you see it right there, number 83 for Ansley. That was Travis Petrick. He had a shot at Hani, not able to close on him and wrap him up, and then Hani. This guy is pretty shifty on his feet, able to move down that line and skirt tackles. Good speed, good quickness.
Hani, 10 carries, 29 yards. All the way down to the 18-yard line. Good drive for the Bulldogs. First down and 10. 7-11 to play in the third quarter. Naslund off the right side. Bangs his way down inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. Gain of 4. It'll be second down and 6 coming up.
That time Marty Jones, 31, had a shot at him just as he came through the hole, not able to close down, wrap him up, and make the tackle. Watch it right here. Right there, 31. Picks up about 3, maybe 4 yards after that hit.
Nick Puppy is in there, split to the left side. Hani wants to throw. Lofts it in the air, and it's too far out in front. Back there covering was Derek Bailey. The receiver in the pattern was 20, Monty Frericks, and it was too far out in front of him. It'll be third down and 6 now.
Bailey, a pretty good reach right here. Big, long arms. Able to stretch out, bat the ball away while covering Monty Frericks.
Third and 6. The ball at the 14. Naslund goes right, cuts back to the middle, stretches the ball out. He'll be about a yard shy of the necessary yardage for the first down. They need the 8-yard line, and they'll spot it down at the 9.
James Porter that time underneath it all, 32, along with 31, Marty Jones. As you hear the crowd in the background now, Coleridge needs this desperately to stay in this football game.
Fourth down and 1, no doubt about it. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. You've got to go for it, trailing by 3 touchdowns. Here's Naslund off the right side. Boy, it sounds like a broken record, and he has enough for the first down. As he gets the football down to the 7-yard line, it'll be first down and goal for the Bulldogs.
Keep going over that right side over there by Nordby and Frericks. Watch it here. Look at the blocking up front. They just cleared it out, about a 2-3 yard surge immediately. No question at all about the first down on that play.
5-man front facing him. Hani will keep it himself around the right side. Knocked out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Derek Bailey, 81, putting the last lick on Andy Hani.
John Ryan also stepping up, moving down that line of scrimmage. Playing a backer spot over there. Actually playing a defensive end spot. Beg your pardon.
Best drive of the day for the Coleridge Bulldogs. They're inside the 5. Contact in the backfield. Naslund off the right side. Spins his way into the end zone. Touchdown.
That's just great second effort by Naslund. David Naslund takes it in. He thought about going to the right side. That was pretty well stuffed up. He kept the feet going, kind of twisted back to the inside, and gets across that goal line, and it puts the ball into the end zone for Coleridge. They have come back here in this third quarter, creeping back into the football game.
And they'll go for 2. And they give it to Naslund. Off the right side. Again, he spins around. They look like a replay of the touchdown.
He gets right into the zone. There he is, David Naslund. Scored 25 touchdowns for Coleridge this year. Picks up a big one here to get his team ever so close. 28-15 is our score right now. They're coming back into the ball game.
Well, there was no magic to that touchdown drive. They continually went off to the right side and just pounded the ball at that Ansley defensive front, picking up 3, 4, sometimes 6, 7 yards a crack. And eventually it paid off in a touchdown.
Just grinding away, as you said, Bill. 136 yards on the day for Coleridge. They just passed for 35 yards, completing one pass for 35 yards to Ferrix. And other than that, it's been all on the ground for the Coleridge Bulldogs.
5:48 to play in the third quarter. Ansley holding on now to a 28-15 lead. And boy, that last second touchdown is looming very, very big. That last second touchdown in the first half. Here's Adam Holland on the kick return. He evades one tackler, gets away from the second, but the third and fourth guy will wrap him up and knock him out of bounds. But a pretty good return for Adam Holland, the speedy junior tailback. And it'll be first down and 10 now for the Ansley Warriors. The ball at the Warrior 23-yard line.
Good return right here by Holland. One tackle missed. Second tackle missed right there. And then Ben Pinkelman, number 19, and Naslund he'll get over too and help out. But they finally tackle him and get him out of bounds. He gets the ball up to about the 23-yard line.
5:40 on the clock, and we'll have a penalty flag come in from one of the side judges.
Now, it looked to me like they didn't have 5 people up on the line of scrimmage. You have to have 5 on the line. The 4 down linemen were up on the line, but well, it's an offsides. 83, Travis Patrick was split out wide, but he wasn't up on the line. You need to have 5 on the line. Good shot of the crowd here, trying to stay warm on this brisk afternoon here at Memorial Stadium.
25 degrees at kickoff, and the fog is beginning to lift here in Lincoln, and it appeared to get a little worse towards the end of the first half before it got better, but now things have cleared up considerably here in the second half. First down and 15 now for Ansley at the 18-yard line. Ryan gets the carry, and he gets smacked right away.
Who else? Ferrix. He's there again. That's probably his 4th tackle now in such fashion. You got to block that guy. He's too quick off the line. Just comes right down and smacks right into the ball carrier.
Gain of 1 on the play. Second down and 14 at the 19-yard line. And the clock continues to run. We're in the third quarter, but at this pace, the clock could become a factor for Coleridge. If Ansley can chew up the yards and chew up the clock and keep the ball away. Van Zandt, pass over the middle, knocked away. Good defense that time by Andy Hottie. We've seen a couple of penalty flags thrown on Andy today, so he's got to feel pretty good about that play.
Pretty good coverage there, no doubt. He was trying to strip the football, slant pattern into the inside, and Hottie was there. That's just a good move. That's a good hit. Well done, well timed. Get onto that receiver's arm, separate the football, and he did a good job of that.
The Warriors break huddle, third down and 14. Inside 5 minutes to play. The clock is stopped now at 4:55 in quarter 3. The ball at the 19-yard line. Reinerson, the tailback, takes the handoff. Big hole off the right side, and Reinerson's got room to run, and he's finally brought down from behind, but not before he picks up the first down and puts the ball inside Coleridge territory at the 39-yard line. That's a huge, huge play for Ansley. And that keeps some of the momentum on that Warrior bench.
Went right over that right side where Brian Deaver is located. He had a good block on the play. Also, number 32, James Porter, a fine block, and just a gaping hole for Reinerson to go through. Picks up a very important first down as the clock continues to wind here in the third.
Boy, that would have been a big defensive stop for Coleridge. But as it is, Ansley has the football, and they continue to work the ball on the ground. Chew up yards and chew up the time on the clock. That's Reinerson with another carry. Short yardage this time. It'll be second down and long. He gained a yard on the play.
Ansley pretty well split in terms of their production offensively. 119 yards on the afternoon rushing, 115 passing That 115 is far beyond their average for the year of just 28 yards per game passing.
2nd down and 9. The ball at the 38-yard line. Under 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Van Zandt hit right away, and the ball thrown behind the intended receiver, Bailey. If Hani had had his head turned just a moment sooner, he may have had a pickoff.
Good pressure also by Travis Jordan. Watch him, 85. He's coming in, boom, right there. And that's why that ball was thrown behind the receiver. Jordan forcing Van Zandt to get rid of the football much quicker than what he wanted to, and he wasn't set back there. Consequently, ball off the mark.
Porter and Bailey on opposite sides of the line. Ryan, the fullback. Reinerson, the tailback. And it's Reinerson who gets the carry, and he is stuffed at the line of scrimmage, and he may have lost a yard. 19, Ben Pinkelman got good penetration and even got a hand on the football.
Pinkelman there. Jay Wemoff was there. Bingo right there as Pinkelman is 19. You see him there. Wemoff is 32. He's on the other side there. Also saw Monty Ferrix closing down also.
That brings up a 4th down and 8. And a snap is over Porter's head. And the Bulldogs giving chase. The football is loose. And Coleridge will recover the football at the 13 to make it the 17-yard line.
Bill, how many times in a football game do we take the snap on a punt or the snap on a field goal or the snap on a PAT for granted? And then, boom, something like that happens. Ball sailing over the head of the punter and giving Coleridge the ball down right close, well, about the 15, call it the 16-yard line, 17-yard line. And Coleridge, huge break right here. See if they can capitalize.
1st and 10 at the Ansley 17-yard line. Off the right side, Nasla nowhere to go this time. The Warriors have the answer. Well, that's a huge turn of events, because had Ansley been able to punt the football cleanly and pin Coleridge back, the way Coleridge had been moving the football on them, they were chewing up yards, but they were also using a lot of the clock. And now they have the short field.
Short field, they can get one in here pretty quick and narrow that margin even more. Get it up to 22-23 for their point total. Then just a touchdown away. There goes Hani.
Hani keeping it around the right end. He's got clear sailing into the end zone. Touchdown!
Great fake into the line, just a dive play. Hani then tucks the ball on the backside. 42 for Ansley had a shot. John Ryan had a shot at tackling him. Watch here at the top. But just not able to get there, and Hani takes it on in, and we are back in business, says Coleridge.
16-yard touchdown run. Now the point after try is up, and the kick is good. Nick Puppy with the PAT, and things have turned around dramatically here with 2:35 left to play in the third quarter. The Ansley Warriors holding on to a 6-point lead, 28-22.
There's the Missouri River. Father Flanagan's Boys Town. Omaha. Lincoln. And there's a chance to step back in time and appreciate those that pioneered the way.
2:35 to play in the third quarter, and we have a brand new ball game. Ansley leading Coleridge 28-22, but the third quarter has belonged to the Bulldogs in blue. Coleridge has cut into that lead dramatically. With Adrian Fiala, I'm Bill Dolman. Adam Holland accepting the kickoff at the 2-yard line, stumbles, regains his balance, and gets the football out across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The football came loose, but they'll say his forward progress was stopped. And Ansley will have the football 1st down and 10 at its own 21-yard line. They moved the ball well in the first half, but this has been a very different Coleridge football team here in the second, Adrian.
I tell you what, Bill, that long pass right before the half that Ansley had for the touchdown and then the extra point, you really thought perhaps it was a knockout blow to Coleridge, but boy, they did regroup. in the locker room in the second half. They've come out, scored a couple of touchdowns, and made it a 6-point ball game now. And we're going to cruise into the fourth quarter with quite a football game on our hands. There goes Van Zandt.
Van Zandt will keep it on the quarterback bootleg. He lost the football. They're going to say he was down, though. A short gain on the play. Coleridge scored moments ago on a quarterback keeper around the right side. A 16-yard run by Andy Haney, and Van Zandt tried to match him on it. Two minutes and 4 seconds. The clock continues to move, remaining in the third quarter. And that last second touchdown pass at the end of the first half is the difference in the football game now. 28-22 our score in the D1 final. Ansley in the black and white, Coleridge in the blue. Here's Jason Reinerson taking it around the left side. He has little room to run. He gets the ball out to the 25-yard line. That will bring up a 3rd down and 6, and the Coleridge fans are excited right now.
Everybody on their feet across the way. The football team itself over there on the far sideline, they're hitting the shoulder pads, exhorting their teammates to make the play. Big play right here, 3rd down and about 6 to go on this play. But the blue and white of Coleridge excited. They want that football back.
3rd down and 6. The ball at the 25-yard line. Fake to Ryan. Van Zandt, quick pass, intercepted! Intercepted by Coleridge, and it's a touchdown for Jay Wimhoff.
Jay, there's a flag down at midfield, or right about the 20-yard line. We'll see what that flag's all about. But Jay Wimhoff, he saw what was coming immediately. Just a quick pop pass right over the middle, and he was able to step right in front of the pass, pick it off, and go for a touchdown. Now let's see the referee, Paul Edens, and his crew trying to sort things out here right now as you see Wimhoff there. Still trying to figure it out. Wimhoff kind of digging for the end zone. A little bit of a convoy. He didn't need it. He had enough speed to get on in and make the touchdown from that pass interception.
Holding is the indication against Coleridge. Now, was it before or after the interception?
We'll have to wait and see here. Well, the Ansley offense is still on the field, so I suspect, Bill, that it was holding prior to the interception. Receiver got out okay on the play. Yep, so the Ansley,
well, apparently
Coleridge has the football.
Apparently
so
it's a post-interception penalty. So wipe out the touchdown, but with 58 seconds to go in the third quarter, Coleridge has it 1st down and 10 as Naslund goes off the right side and picks up 3 or 4 yards. Coleridge has the football. No TD. They trail it by 6, 28-22. A gain of 3, 2nd down and 7 coming up.
Holding somewhere on the return. That negated a touchdown, but possession stays with Coleridge, and now they have a great opportunity here to take the lead in this football game.
2nd down, 7. Haney keeps it himself. Ducks back upfield, and he's wrestled to the ground at the 22-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Good defensive play by Adam Holland that time. He stepped up, saw Haney coming, got around the ankles, held on for dear life.
And we've got an injured player on the field, and that may well be the quarterback, Andy Haney. And it is. So while the Coleridge trainers tend to their quarterback, we'll take a break and come back in a moment with 11 seconds to go in quarter number 3. (28-22) is our score. Ansley on top of Coleridge with Adrian Fiala. I'm Bill Dolman. And Andy Haney was the injured Coleridge Bulldog.
Good sign. He walked off the field under his own power. They're attending to him over on the sidelines.
And he'll get a chance to regroup and have some more attention from the trainers, because we have come to another break before we'll have another play in the third quarter. The clock runs out, so we will move to the fourth quarter of action when we come back right after this.
Welcome to Memorial Stadium, home of the defending national champions.
Because of its remarkable clarity, Cellular One is Nebraska's #1 cellular service.
After a pickup of 14, that brings a 3rd down and 2 with the ball on the 16-yard line.
Cellular One, clear across Nebraska.
Welcome back. The fourth quarter just getting underway. Monty Frericks will settle in under center. He'll take the snap from center and keep it himself on a 3rd down and 4 call. And Frericks needed to get to the 27-yard line for the first down, and it will be close. And Paul Edens and company say he got it to the 27-yard line, and that is indeed enough for a first down. So Frericks comes in, calls his own number, picks up the first down, goes back to the bench. Here's Andy Honey back in the game, number 3 at quarterback for Coleridge. They're on the move at the Ansley 16-yard line. Off the right side, Naslund once again getting down to the 10-yard line.
Right now, Ansley needs to come up with something to stop the momentum of Coleridge. John Ryan that time on the tackle, but still a pickup there. Good pickup for Coleridge on the play as they break the huddle and they're ready to go one more time.
Puppy splits out wide to the left. Honey gives to Naslund straight up the middle this time. He's tripped up at the line of scrimmage and falls forward for 2 or 3 yards. That'll bring up another 3rd down.
Continue to run over the right side over there, right over Scott Nordby. And you take a look at Scott Nordby's helmet, and then you begin to understand why they go that way. This guy's got all kinds of marks on that white helmet.
3rd down and 2. Naslund once again. Down to the 5-yard line. Plenty for the first down. So it'll be 1st down and goal now for the Coleridge Bulldogs. 10:49 left in this Class D1 state championship.
Way Coleridge is moving the football right now. They're getting yardage in big chunks. We see number 63 check in, Devin Reinerson, 260 pounds into the defensive line right at nose guard. He's going to try to see if he can throw some of that bulk around.
Naslund again right up the middle, and Reinerson has the answer that time. Devin Reinerson threw Naslund down after a very short gain. May have picked up a yard.
He got to 260 underneath, and then there was some help from Marty Jones from the linebacker spot on the play. Watch it right here. 31 will come up, hit him high. Devin Reinerson's underneath all that. 63 who had just come into the football game.
2nd down and goal from the 3. Honey gives to Naslund again. Right behind Nordby. And Nordby clears a path, and Naslund picks up 2 yards. And the Bulldogs of Coleridge are down, knocking on the door at the Ansley Warrior 1-yard line.
And again, Marty Jones underneath it all, along with Devin Reinerson, 63, and big play coming up right here.
Puppy splits out wide to the left. What do you think the call is going to be here? We've seen it time and time again with Naslund. And they'll give it to him one more time, and no problem getting into the end zone for the touchdown.
That was easy as takes it right over Nordby again. Number 55, way is clear. Actually, fairly easy play for Coleridge. And man, have they turned things around here in the second half.
A 1-yard touchdown run for David Naslund. And that has tied this game up at 28-all. The point after try by Nick Puppy is up and good, and Coleridge has regained the lead incredibly. 29-28. They've scored 22 unanswered points.
At halftime, they were behind 28-7, and now they have stepped up and taken a 1-point lead here with 9:39 left in this fourth quarter. And there you see the stats. Coleridge has really come back with a vengeance here. 159 yards rushing. Just that one pass completion. Everything else is on the ground, and turnovers are even for both squads.
Nine minutes and 39 seconds to decide the champion in Class D1 in 1997. We mentioned in the first half the tremendous tradition these two schools have. Ansley has been to the playoffs 15 times. Coleridge making its 18th playoff appearance. 7th time that they've been to the final. Short kickoff. Handled by Adam Holland. And is he hit hard? Monty Frericks.
Watch this drill here, as Bill called it, a short kickoff, but then a long, hard tackle. Watch the legs go flying on this tackle here as Frericks, bingo. That's what you call getting the shoulder right into it, is Monty Frericks. Not sure how many tackles he has on the day, but he's been in on a lot of tackles, and a key one right there as the ball spotted right at the 20-yard line.
1st and 10 now for Ansley. They have not trailed since the opening quarter, and throughout the second quarter they had this game going their way. Receivers split to both sides. Van Zandt wants to throw, looking over the middle. Does so, and he's picked off again. This time it's Naslund, who just scored the touchdown, who drops back in coverage and picks it off.
Van Zandt trying to throw it over that linebacking crew, and Naslund went way up in the air. Picks it off. See it right here as trying to hit that deep hook pattern. It does not work, and Naslund is there, and what a break for Coleridge. And Coleridge can do a lot of damage right here if they can get one in the end zone.
9:25, the ball at the 18-yard line. And they'll continue to work it on the ground. Coleridge has not had a lot of success through the air, but they have been dynamite running Naslund off that right side. Pickup of 2. David Naslund with 2 touchdown runs today, and he just picked off the pass. The last interception was picked off by Wemhoff. The touchdown was called back, but Coleridge marched downfield and put the go-ahead points on the board. Here's Wemhoff on the carry, going to the left. Not a lot of room to run off that left side. He gets the football across the 15-yard line. They'll mark it down just inside the 13-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down and 5.
Good job by 82 that time for Ansley. Jake Rosentreter right underneath the pile and making a good stop on the play. But again, 3rd down now and 5 to go. Ball right about the 13-yard line.
And we've got an official's timeout. Appeared as though there may have been some blood shown on Marty Jones, and so Jones will come out. Reinerson has come in. He'll play the defensive back spot for Ansley. Now 3rd down and 5 from the 13. Norsland just bulldozing his way near the 1st down marker. I said Naslund, sorry.
You saw Norby.
That's right.
Nordby just hitting his fist right into the air on the play as this play just surges to the right side, as Bill called it. 4th down now and a little less than the yard.
Gain of 4 coming up on 8 minutes remaining. Wemhoff and Naslund in the backfield. Naslund gets the carry behind Nordby, and he stretches the football down to the 6-yard line, and that will be enough for a Coleridge 1st down.
Watch this play. You've seen this play a lot here during this ball game, and that is Naslund going right over Norby on the right side. You'll see it again here very shortly, I'm sure.
1st down and goal from the 6. Inside 8 minutes remaining in the ball game, and we've got another timeout. This time called by Ansley. 7:46 to play in the Class D1 State Championship. It's Coleridge who has seized the momentum, and they've got the lead 29-28. Seven minutes and 46 seconds remaining in the Class D1 State Championship with Adrian Fiala. I'm Bill Dolman. We have a dandy ball game right now. Coleridge has come from behind to regain the lead against the Ansley Warriors. It's 29-28, 1st down and goal from the 6 for Coleridge. And the Bulldogs are knocking on the door once again. Here's Wemhoff knocking heads at the 5-yard line before he's turned away.
Once again, Devin Ryderson, 63, Marty Jones combined for the tackle on the play. Showing a little bit of a deviation from the normal Naslund over Nordby play. This time Wemoff tries to go over on that left side. Blocking over there by 45, John Brummels.
Second down, Naslund straight up the middle. Gaining 2 and 3 yards at a time. That's all Coleridge wants to do, and now they would like to use up the clock. 7 minutes remaining. The ball spotted at the 3-yard line. Third down and goal.
Let's keep an eye on number 42 for Ansley. He's John Ryan. See if he can smell out a play here with Naslund coming over the right side if he comes down the line. I was wondering what they were going to do there. They ripped up the hash mark on that 3-yard hash mark where they spot the extra point. They ripped it off and threw it in the end zone. And, hey, fellas, we need that.
Naslund now 30 carries for 136 yards. He gets another carry. No, it's the fake handoff. This is Hani stretching the ball across the goal line. No, they're going to say he's out of bounds inside the 1. Good fake that time to the fullback Naslund, and Hani kept it himself. He's already got 1 touchdown on the day on a very similar play.
Good job by Derek Bailey and John Ryan to smell out this play and get over there and stop the touchdown. There you see him coming right down the line, and he's trying to get the ball across the plane, but no call on the play. There's a fan trying to welcome some of the sunshine that's trying to peek through here at Memorial Stadium here this afternoon. It's been a foggy, overcast day thus far, but it's been bright for Coleridge here in the second half. It was all Ansley in the first half, and Coleridge has come back to score 22 points here in this second half.
It has definitely been brisk and a little bit chilly today here in Lincoln, but it's good football weather, and it's even better since we have a heater up here in the press box.
We like that. Stay with it.
We've got a timeout on the field. Each team with 2 timeouts now remaining in the ball game. And there are some Bulldogs from Coleridge who are waiting in anticipation right now. Things are looking very, very good for Coleridge. 4th down and goal. The ball at the 1. Both teams lined up now. Hani under center to Naslund. Just follows his blockers into the end zone. Touchdown.
He's been doing it all day, David Naslund. Prior to that carry, 30 carries. Check it now. Updated 31 carries, 137 yards, and 4 touchdowns on the day. And this one here, ever so important, as his team now goes up 7. See how they go for the point here. But David Naslund, it's been all Naslund on the ground thus far. And Coleridge now can smell a championship coming their way. 6:40 in the fourth quarter. Here comes the play.
A 2-point try would force a 2-possession ball game, and Naslund is turned away from the goal line. So a 7-point ball game now with 6 minutes and 40 seconds to play. Now that's making things a little bit more interesting now for Ansley. Should they put it in and convert on a 2-point try, they're going to win the ball game.
They've got a shot. They've got a glimmer of hope here, at least if their offense can get on track here in this second half. They have not been able to do much with respect to their offense. Scored 28 points in the first half, but the Coleridge defense has just shut them down here in the second half. So it'll be all up to the Ansley group here, the Ansley offense in this last 6:40 and change left here in this fourth quarter, Bill. And man, what a ball game. We saw a good one last night also, much the same as this one, although North Loop Scotia just came up a couple yards short, or a couple points short in the final analysis. So this one here, the team that was down at half has come back, and they've taken the lead now, and it's going to be an exciting finish here. I think I can feel some things coming on.
What a tremendous second half for David Naslund. We'll chronicle that in just a moment. The kick is away, and it's handled at the goal line, and here's Holland on the reverse, trying to get to that far side, and a terrific tackle by Monty Frericks. He has had a tremendous day.
This guy just has a nose for the football in a lot of ways, and that one was very, very important. They tried to do a little deception on the kickoff return. You'll see it here, a handoff there. And now Frericks is waiting over on that far side, and he makes the hit. The ball carrier goes down at the 10-yard line. Good job, Monty Frericks, and puts the Ansley team in a deep hole. They have a long field to traverse, 6:34 and counting here.
They have 2 timeouts. 1st and 10, the ball at the 11-yard line. Van Zandt will keep it himself and bring it around the left end, and he's tackled by Andy Honey, his quarterback counterpart. I told you David Naslund has had himself a tremendous second half for Coleridge. He had 8 carries for 39 yards in the first half. Here in the second half, 23 carries, 98 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. Can you say MVP?
Wow.
Although I'm telling you what, Monty Frericks could also put his hat in that MVP ring for Coleridge. He's been tremendous defensively.
Both of them could lay claim to that award, and indeed, is Ansley now going to try to generate an offense, and there's Frericks again.
2nd down and 6, and Frericks stuffs the run there. Ball carried by the fullback, John Ryan, number 42.
Frericks came into the ball game with 125 tackles for the year. Seems like he's got about that many thus far in this game. All over the place.
Ansley has been held to just 21 yards of total offense here in the second half, while Coleridge has amassed 129 yards in total offense. 3rd down and 6, the ball at the Ansley 14-yard line. The Warriors need something good to happen. Pass is complete, but it's short of the first down. Complete to 32, James Porter, but he'll be a couple of yards shy.
Nick Poppy on the coverage. He was there immediately. Watch this pass here. A little slant pass over to the right side to Porter, but Poppy is there. And when the ball arrives, he arrives, and he brings Porter down. And Ansley will now have to kick it away.
Or do you kick it away?
Well, there's a little discussion going on. I tell you what, with 4:45, you got to think about going for it, even though it's deep in your own territory, and they are going to go for it.
They've used a lot of time in getting this play run. Reinerson right up the middle. He's going to have a second effort to get there, and he doesn't do it. They needed the 31-yard line. Reinerson got it to the 30, and on downs, Coleridge will take over the football with 4:29 left in the D1 state championship game, and the Bulldogs lead it by 7.
There you see Frericks and Travis Jordan, 2 of the biggest tackles in this football game thus far. They come up with the tackle. They stop Reinerson on the play, and now Coleridge has a shot at putting it in the zone again.
4:29. Naslund continues to be the workhorse for the Bulldogs here in the second half. 28 points unanswered scored by the Bulldogs since intermission.
And they just keep hammering and hammering away. Mike Corrigan, former Nebraska backfield coach here years ago, used to call it hammer and tong, and that's what we've seen here in the second half. Coleridge just beating on that Ansley defense.
Wemhoff, he'll get a carry. Along the left side, he gets down to the 15-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down. Ansley still has those 2 timeouts remaining.
Just a straight handoff, dive over on that left side. Hasn't been anything too too complicated here in the second half, Bill.
No, it really hasn't.
Naslund to the right, Wemhoff to the left, and that's been about it.
And that's your catch-up, hurry-up offense. Here's Naslund again, working the right side, across the 10-yard line, down to the 9-yard line. That's near the first down marker.
That play there, Naslund running through, trying to keep people from slapping him down. It kind of reminded me of somebody running through a forest of short trees, just kind of hitting you in the head every now and then, and he was just slapping things away. Branches kind of coming out, arms kind of coming out to hit him, and he just kept surging forward until he picks up that first down.
And it's enough for the first down. First down and goal at the 9-yard line. Andy White's going to look like a genius, the head coach for Coleridge, and all those dive plays one after the other. Naslund bangs into the line of scrimmage, gets away on second effort, and gets inside the 5.
John Ryan had a hand on him. He couldn't bring him down. Reinerson came over. He helped out. Finally knocks him down on the play. Wow, the way that line is moving, the way Naslin's running, you just know they're going to put one in the end zone again here. 2:38 and counting in the fourth quarter.
The ball is at the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal now from the 3. 2.5 minutes remaining in the ball game. Ansley still has its 2 timeouts. But they need to stop the Bulldogs here, and they have not been able to do it. This time Naslin on a sweep. Good job defensively by the Warriors. Making the tackle there was 42, John Ryan, keeping Naslin out of the end zone.
But he's able to stay in bounds on the play, and that keeps the clock running. We're going to be under 2 minutes here in about 2 seconds as we go under 2 minutes exactly now. And it's looking awfully good right now for the Coleridge Bulldogs in a lot of different ways.
3rd down and goal from the 2. Naslin into the end zone, touchdown.
No doubt about it. David Naslin again right over Nordby. We probably said that 100 times here in the second half. Just keep plowing away, beating away on that Ansley left side of their defense. Here comes the point.
Puppy with the point after. Good to see a straight-on kicker in football, isn't it?
Haven't seen one for a long, long time.
His kick is good. 42-28 with 1 minute and 42 seconds left in the Class D1 season. The Coleridge Bulldogs, with an incredible second half rally, have scored 35 unanswered points to take that 42-28 lead. And David Naslin, I'm telling you what a tremendous second half. 4 touchdowns and over 100 yards rushing alone in the last 2 quarters.
He's a senior, 185-pounder David Naslin, playing a great fullback, plays a great linebacker spot. He, along with Frericks, leading this team in tackles. Scott Nordby, also a great defensive player and a great blocker up front on that right side, as we've seen. So Coleridge, when you thought at halftime that they were out of this football game, they came back with a vengeance here, and they're going to win themselves a championship.
I've never seen a kickoff like that before in my life. The ball spinning backwards. Is that sideways?
Sideways. You're right, Bill. You know, we talked about the straight-on kicker, and then we see that sort of thing right there. This has been an eventful day in the kicking game for both teams.
And the ball's down at the 15-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10 for Ansley. 42-28. It'll take a miracle for the Warriors, who have not scored, who have not had any offensive production here in the second half. John Van Zandt is the quarterback. He wants to throw. He does so. Reinerson has got the completion out across the 30-yard line to the 32. That'll stop the clock to move the chains. Ansley still has its 2 timeouts remaining.
Travis Jordan on the coverage over there. Good job to keep Reinerson from going out of bounds. The clock stopped, the chains move, the clock starts here in about a second or two as the referee, Paul Edens, fires it up right now. So Jordan saves some. Well, here we go.
1:26, Ansley trailing it by 2 touchdowns. Van Zandt dropping straight back, lets one fly, and Bailey comes up with it. Derek Bailey with a terrific catch at the 28-yard line. Well, the Warriors are not going to go down quietly. Another 1st down, that stops the clock again.
Never say die attitude. That's what you'd like to see happen in athletics, and that's what's happening right now as Ansley is moving the football right down the field. It might be too little too late. Huge throw right there as Bailey goes up in a crowd, pulls it down.
Van Zandt dropping back again. He's got pressure this time. He's got Bailey wide open. Touchdown! Oh my goodness. 1 minute and 2 seconds remaining. And this thing just got interesting once again.
Zip, zip, zip right down the field, even though it's an abbreviated field, an 80-yard field. Three plays and boom, they're down the field with a touchdown. So now the anticipated onside, and let's see what happens, Bill. Hey, anything can happen. We just saw that just a moment ago.
They trail it by 8 now. They're going to go for the 2-point conversion here. And it's picked off at the goal line by Hani. And so the 2-point try is nullified. And Ansley is a touchdown and a 2-point conversion away from tying this ball game up. We'll hold everything.
There you see the play right there. The ball underthrown by Van Zandt and picked off, stopping that 2-point conversion. So here we go. We have 1 minute and 2 left, fourth quarter.
And Ansley still has 2 timeouts. If they can put together a defensive stop, which they have not done here in the second half, but should Coleridge recover the onside kick, they hold them, they use both their timeouts, they could still get the football conceivably with a few ticks left on the clock. And the way Van Zandt has been able to hook up with Derek Bailey and using that kid's height, hey, anything is possible.
Anything could go, you're right. If that does indeed happen, they won't have much time left on the clock if they get that football back. So they got to hope for some success here on this onside kick. And again, as we saw last night, onside kick executed to perfection by the Alba bunch. They indeed recovered the ball.
Van Zandt will kick it. Straight up the middle, bounced around, and it's recovered at the 33-yard line. Ferrix was there to recover it. Ferrix has been everywhere today for Coleridge. Well, an even 60 seconds remaining now.
That play took just 2 seconds, the kickoff play, so here we go.
42-34, an 8-point ball game. The ball at the 32. 1st and 10 for Coleridge, and a penalty flag before the snap of the football. And fingers being pointed at the Ansley side.
Lots of blue arms pointing over there at the white jerseys. Oh, there's a kicking tee left at midfield. Reinerson goes over, or check it, Adam Holland goes over to pick up off the field. And is there any penalty?
Oh, they called it offside against Ansley. Someone may have lined up in the neutral zone. 1st down and 5. The ball now at the 37. Naslund with the carry. Hit immediately after he took the football. Naslund never did go down. And Ansley will use the first of its 2 remaining timeouts with 52 seconds.
Just a big load right in the middle, and Naslund tries to pick up that 1st down. It's going to be 2nd down now and 3.
52 seconds remaining. We've got a timeout on the field. We'll come back for the finish right after this. 42-34 our score. Coleridge on top and in possession of the football with 52 seconds remaining in the D1 state championship game. 2nd down and 3. The ball at the 40-yard line. And Hani will keep it himself. And he gets to the outside, and he's run down by 32 James Porter, and he stays in bounds to keep the clock running. Heads up play by Andy Hani, and that will force Ansley to use its final timeout.
Indeed it was. Heads up play by Hani as he faked to the right side, goes back to the left side. Some question over there whether or not he may have fumbled, but that was not called by the referee. Stays in bounds. The clock keeps going, so they burn that they burn their timeout. Ansley burns their timeout down to nothing now, 0 in the timeout category. So 3rd down, Bill, and when you got Naslund running over Nordby, doesn't look real good right now for the Ansley bunch.
3rd down and 1. The ball at the 38-yard line. A 1st down here would put it away for Coleridge, barring a turnover or something like that. And in talking or in reading about the ball game today, Coleridge head coach Andy Wine said it's going to come down to the mistakes and the turnovers. Well, we have seen plenty of mistakes. We've seen a couple of turnovers that have been big plays for both teams. But it's been a pretty entertaining ball game, despite the fact that it's been sloppy at times.
It's been 2 different games, really, when you think about it. Again, the 1st half all Ansley, the 2nd half all Coleridge.
3rd down and 1, 41 seconds remaining. Hani surveys the defense and gives to Naslund, and he leans forward, stretching close to the first down mark. They'll stop the clock, they'll measure, and they'll spot the ball at the 37-yard line, and they will not measure. He got the first down, and that will do it for the Bulldogs of Coleridge. 37 seconds remaining, first down and 10, the ball at the Ansley 38-yard line.
And probably for the first time in this ball game, the Coleridge team, the coaches and the fans can breathe a little sigh of relief as they come out and line up now. You'll see Hani get a knee here. Naslund and his Wemhoff way in the backfield. You see Ansley trying to cause something to happen there, spark it up as you hear the roar in the background. That'll do it.
The final 10 seconds will tick off the clock. We will not have another snap in this one, and Coleridge, with a tremendous second half performance, they scored 35 unanswered points. Coleridge will win the 1997 Class D1 State Championship in the state of Nebraska. What an incredible ball game this afternoon. Ansley led 28-7 after a last-second touchdown in the first half. They took a 28-7 lead into the locker room, but in the second half, it was all Bulldogs. They did it very simply, using David Naslund behind the blocking of Scott Nordby. And Naslund had a tremendous second half with 4 touchdowns, and he was a big key in Coleridge's 42-34 win over Ansley in Class D1.
All of that action, Bill, and then the fact that Frericks over there, Monty Frericks, just played a great game on defense. He was very instrumental in that on that defensive side. So I guess we need to take a break right now. We'll be back in a moment.
Welcome back to Memorial Stadium in Lincoln. Class D1 has been decided in 1997, and the champions are the Coleridge Bulldogs, who will end the year 11-2, and champions of D1. Ansley finishes the year at 9-4. An incredible football game. Ansley led 28-7 at halftime, but Coleridge, with a furious second half rally, scores 35 points, outscoring Ansley 35-6 in the second half to win it 42-34. An incredible performance offensively for the Bulldogs. Adrian, they ran 42 plays from scrimmage in the second half, 41 of them on the ground. They gained 151 yards, and the majority of those yards chewed up by David Naslund. What a great performance today.
39 plays went Naslund over Nordby, I'm sure, in the second half. But, man, you really got to tip your hat to the Coleridge Bulldogs. They came back in the second half just when we thought a knockout blow had been delivered there with that long pass completion right before the half ended to give Ansley a touchdown. And Coleridge just kind of depressed over that whole set of circumstances, and boom, they come back and call upon the experience they've had in their playoff history, this being the 18th time they've been in the playoffs, their 4th time in a championship game, and they win it for the 4th time, so they call upon all that experience to come back and win this football game. And again, Ansley, boy, that first half they looked so good, and then just not able to generate anything in the second half except very, very late in the football game. And we talked about Naslund and Nordby, and also about Monty Frericks and the game that he played. You want to tip your hat a little bit also to John Van Zant for Ansley. He completed 9 out of 19, 186 yards on the afternoon, a couple of touchdowns, but he also had 3 pass interceptions that contributed directly to the success that Coleridge had. So again, for both of these ball clubs, Bill, they have to both be happy with their season. They both came from down in the rankings. Ansley at number 10 and Coleridge at number 9. They came back, worked their way through a very difficult playoff system. Coleridge in particular knocking off the number 1 St. Edward Crew 19-12, and Bancroft Rosalie number 3 57-32, and they come back up golden here in this final game. So congratulations to Coleridge, and congratulations also to the Ansley Warriors for 2 outstanding seasons by both of these teams.
It was a good ball game. It had a little bit of everything. We saw some sloppy play. We saw some good play. We had big plays. This one had it all, and in the end, it's the Coleridge Bulldogs who capture the 1997 Class D1 state championship in Nebraska. For Coleridge, it's their 4th state championship in their school's history. For Ansley, their 9th runner-up finish in 15 playoff appearances. But a terrific year for both of these schools. Congratulations to head coach Andy White of Coleridge on his team's victory. They win it 42-34 over the Ansley Warriors. So once again, congratulations to Coleridge, the Class D1 state champions.